And welcome back. This is Sean. So we've done a lot of missions. We've done a lot of story arcs. We've done all of these missions all the way down to here, Delta Quadrant. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Halfway through 8 story arcs. And so you've made it to level 65. Now, one of two things have happened. Either you're still sitting here with your nice state-of-the-art ship. This, some years ago, was the pinnacle of starships. It's what we all wanted, what we all strived to get. And you actually had to buy it, I think, at one stage. But here we are. We've got this, or you've got a different starship, depending on your career choice. Now, you've either done, as I say, one of two things. Either you followed the tuitions, you did all your dailies every day. You did your crafting, R&D. You did your admiralty. You did your duty officers every single day. You updated your character. You gave him the best possible weapons, the best possible kits, the best EV suits you could at the time, body armor. And you did exactly the same with all of your characters for your bridge officers, and you made sure that you promoted them all along the way. You also did the same with your ship. You got the best weapons. You got the best shields. You got some good consoles, which you bought on the exchange or you discovered. If you did that, your ship and your crew will be far superior to mine. Now, I didn't do it because I wanted to take everyone through the missions the long route, so you saw how hard it could be. If you just rush to level 65, which a lot of people do, most people do, they don't do all these side missions. They don't update everything by upgrading. All of these things have made our lives a bit more difficult than they needed to be. Now, if you had done all of those things, you would be in a much better position than you are in now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just show you these characters here, the levels, the stats, the ship, etc., etc. And now what I'm going to do, hey Tolkien, how you doing, bud? So what I'm going to do is I'm now going to go into my level 65 character, which is quite advanced, and it will take you some time to get there, because you'll notice here, reputations, I haven't really been doing it every day. I haven't done any extras to get the marks. And all these things are very important, because if you do at least every one of these to level 1, you get all these transwarp destinations, and they're very important to save your sanity, so you don't have to keep flying everywhere so slowly. So what I did is I didn't do everything all the time, because I wanted to move on with you guys through the story arcs, because that was the point of me doing all these videos, as opposed to actually playing the game, or as it's meant to be, following the career, which is more important to you than it is to me. So I'm going to log this character off, because I want to show you what level 65 plus should look like. Now, all of these things will take months and months to do. There is no quick route. It all takes time. All these traits, all of this stuff, your skill trees. It's a long progressive thing. If everything happened straight away, there'd be no point playing. So let me show you what happens when you've been playing for quite some time. So this is Shan. This has been the toon I have used from the very first log on character creation up to today. But at level 65, things get tough. Things are a lot harder. The enemy, as you've noticed in the last few missions, are a lot harder to kill. So what we need to do is you need to build your character up. Why didn't you use Sean? Don't know what that means. Saratukin, I don't know what you're talking about. If you're watching this on YouTube recorded, of course I'm talking to the invisible men or women and or other, because I do this live on Twitch TV as well. I mean the spelling Sean, because Sean is a totally different name from Sean. Alrighty. So that's like saying, why did I spell Alan instead of Pete? There you go. You get it. Different name, mate. Sean. Alrighty. So back to the plot. So here we go. We go into here, which you can't do unless you're having a playthrough with a second turn. And I change characters, and the whole game changes. Sean goes. In comes Marina. Now notice the whole crew has its own individual outfit. It's not what they call canon, but you'll have a lot of ways to make your outfits. This is the Proteus. This is a high-level ship, and this is what you're aiming for. So we log in. Notice, though, still only level 65, exactly the same as Shan. However, this one has had all the character development. So we're going in. And now look, big is beautiful. So this is just to show you, this is just to show you where you're aiming at. This is some time away for you guys. These ships are not free. This is where you put your hand in your pocket, or you save all your EC and get billions of credits. And then you can buy something a little bit different, a little bit unusual. So this is what my level 65 ship looks like. If we go in here, here is my crew, here is me, here is all the reputations up to level 6. That's as high as it goes. Some are still getting there though, working on it. Just pick that up, can't do that. So here are our stats. Notice everything here, or near enough, is gold. That means it's epic. It'll take you a long time to get to epic. You can either craft things and sell them on the exchange, which is what I did to get a lot of money. And when you do that, eventually you can slowly buy epic stuff, or most of my stuff I upgraded. So it took some time to upgrade. You need to have quite a lot of dilithium. You need to get upgrade kits, but it's just a matter of plugging away a little bit every day. So if you think, hey, I'll never get there, I did. And pretty much most other people who have been playing for a year or more, I've been doing this for a lot of years. This character, Marina, is probably only, I'm guessing, about a year old. Started from scratch. So you'll notice these weapons are very high DPS. The shields are very high. At the moment, you're level 65. Your shield's probably running circa just under 300. So here you go. This is what you're aiming for. All my crew, again, have all been promoted. But now look at this on the crew skills. Remember we spoke about getting manuals and training your crew to do things. So I bought all these manuals. Remember in the last couple of videos I said you can park where the guy sells the manuals for a couple of hours, and that's what I had to do to train them up. This one wasn't necessary, so you need to read through. The reason this one wasn't necessary is because I've got another crew member who does all of this stuff. So not everyone needs to learn how to do everything. The other thing is these special abilities you have here, which you've just managed to pick up, that you can start doing specializations like Miracle Worker and Pilot and things like that. They all do different things as well, but it's just a little bit of an add-on from Space and Ground. Then you get some more specialities, and they do different things. As expected, you know, a pilot is better at flying the ship, so it's more spaceborne. Command specialists, intelligence are better at fighting on the ground. If you look in here, got to find it now. Specialization here, I'm running Constable and Miracle Worker. So these suit my gameplay. You can actually swap your gameplay around. For instance, Miracle Worker tells you what it does. Like Space and Ground, there are skill trees. And yes, I have gone through every skill tree on every specialization as well. So it tells you what it does. Miracle Worker here works in space and on the ground. You get bonus points. Look at that, 50% more max hull regeneration, 50% more hit points on the ground. So they're very, very valuable things to do. And you need to do this at this level because it gets hard. So yeah, difference between free to play and pay to play depends on how immersed you are, how much you want to get into it. I really love this game, so some of these costumes have been bought. This particular ship was bought, and it can cost a bit of money. I have maybe a dozen different ships, but I know players in the game who have over 100 different ships. That's how much they're into their game, and each ship plays a different way. I've done tunes on all of the characters, so I've done tactical, I've done science, I've done engineering, Klingon, Romulans. It's all slightly different games play. I've done the original series, the Discovery. So when people say, oh, don't you get bored? What's the end game? There is no end game. It keeps coming at you. If you look at these missions here, events, there's always something coming up. Episodes, now you'll only have got to Iconium by now, but the new ones are Terran Gambits and stuff, Klingon Civil War, just loads and loads of things that come up as you progress. These ones here, Terran Gambit, pretty new this month, so stuff is always coming up, so I'll never run out of videos. So yeah, and your endeavors, you're building your endeavors up, as we mentioned in another video. Now, the difference between, I guess, between free to play and pay to play is you do get better ships and you get better armor, but it's not the same as pay to win. It doesn't make it that much better. It makes it a lot prettier, and you can get your own stuff. And sure, you can get slightly better ships out of it. However, all of these epic things, you can't buy those. So pay to win would be if you could just buy all these things and you didn't have to work towards it. You can't do that. What you can do in the C store, which is where you spend your money, your real money, is you can just buy lots and lots of stuff, which we've shown you before in tutorials and games. Like you can buy different ships. It doesn't give you a huge advantage over ships you can get in game. Maybe a little bit here and there. Like you can buy duty officers and stuff, but duty officers are, you know, for your roster, you send them out to do things. You can buy more character slots, but you start off with more than enough, to be honest. Don't know if I even bought any more. So there's an extra 4, so you can just do so many bridge officer slots you can buy. Dry dock slots, that's when you have a lot of ships and you're playing at a high level, I guess. Uniforms, so look at these. You can buy extra uniforms. It's not giving you an advantage. I mean, nobody's going into space dressed like Kanye West, but it's your game. Make it your game. I'm not even going there myself, but you know, each their own kind. Some of this stuff you do get given along the way. Some of it you have to buy. See, this mercenary kit is really nice. Doesn't give you any playing advantage. Some of these things do, like I mentioned before in a tutorial, get one of these combat tardigrades. They just run around and eat everyone. It's pretty cool. See here, you can buy a Borg bridge officer, but you actually get given one on one of the missions. So, other stuff. Just pretty your game up. These packs, really expansion packs, look, 15,000 Z, that's quite a lot of money. But it gives you, what have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 ships. So, hey, look, depends on you want to play your game. See, I spent my money on one ship. Some people spend it on a whole bunch of ships. So that's just explaining how you can pay, but you're not paying to win. To win, to get tougher, you've got to do all of your dailies, all of your side missions, build yourself up. Now, why have I decided to mention this now? You ask. I hear you asking. It's because you should by now have improved your character far better than I did when I got to level 65 to help you through the walkthroughs. And it got a bit hard in the end, and there's no point having a level 65 that I've worked on for over a year to get all the gear, only to struggle. So from now on, my missions will be done with my level 65, and yours will be done with yours, and eventually you'll go, oh, heck, man, I need to upgrade. But don't forget, it's not necessarily the money. Make your things in R&D. Use your inventory. The things you've made, go to the exchange, sell it for extortionate prices. So if you look at that, the value is 8,000. You're probably going to get $750,000 for that. So it's very easy to build your money up. So I've got 57 million there. That's quite a lot less than I've had previously because I've bought epic gear. Everything costs. Refine your dilithium. Look, I've only got 475 left. I've been using it. Haven't even started talking about fleets yet. I'll do maybe do fleets shortly, just not yet. I've got all these marks to use, remember, for the reputation system. You're collecting marks. And what happens now you're at level 65, we'll start looking at TFOs, and that's where you get a lot of marks. So instead of on your daily missions, you may pick up 50 marks doing a Romulan mission. Here, if you do one, you're more likely to get 50 to 100 marks plus some bonus marks. You can choose the marks you want, or you can just choose random. I'll look at TFO, Task Force Operations, after we finish the Iconium missions. We've got a few to go. Then we'll do one of these just to take you through how it works, and then you'll have another thing you can do, another tool in your toolkit. So I'm going to end this video now and say, hey, thanks for watching. So you've reached level 65. Bet you wish you'd done all your dailies. Otherwise, get back on them. Go in, do your dailies, repeat some missions if you like, get your points up, and they'll make you stronger. One thing did happen, we went to level 65. I'm not sure if you got a free ship, but you got another ship there to do your Admiralty missions with. But I can't remember if you did get another free ship. Either. Enjoy your game. It's all about fun. It's all about working your way here and doing the grind. So if you've followed me so far, thank you very much. We are going to get a little bit hardcore from now on, and it's going to be a lot more fun. So take care of you. I'll be back actually live. I'll be back in a few minutes. Otherwise, if you're on YouTube, subscribe, and then you'll see all the latest videos. Thanks for watching. I'll be back. Take care of you.